We're going to begin with some breaking news coming in from the national capital, where Gogi Gang issued threats over phone from some international numbers. Now, gangsters were demanding 5 crore rupees as extortion in Nangloi firing. An incident of firing for extortion has taken place, in fact, in the Nangloi area of the national capital. Priyank Tripathi is joining us live for more on this. Priyank, good morning. Can you explain to us what exactly has happened in Nangloi? What is this entire case about?
There is a Delhi-based businessman, Mr. Garg, who was staying in Pashchim Bihar area, and they also run a shop in Nangloi area, which is related to plywood. There have been series of attempts of extortion by several gang members, looking at what has been the precedent which has been set by the previous gangsters like Neeraj Bhavania, and later to that, Lawrence Bishnoi Sati trying to take over the charge of gang here in the national capital in Mumbai. Is this certainly something which is worrying for those gangs which have been operating here in the national capital over the period of last few decades? That's why the Gogi Gang suddenly became active, and Monty, one of the close associates of Gogi Gang, had given a threat message to one of the businessmen here in the national capital at around 2:17 p.m. When he did not do that, there was an incident of firing where multiple rounds were fired at the plywood shop, which is in the residential area of Nangloi. The Delhi police team reached to the spot, and they found that there were 5 empty cartridges of a sophisticated weapon which was also found from the location, which is certainly showing that to give open threat to the law enforcing agencies and to threaten these businessmen, the gangs here in the national capital has suddenly started arriving once again. We have seen that Himanshu Bhav, one of the another fraction which is certainly anti Neeraj Bhavania and which is certainly anti Lawrence Bishnoi, was also giving open threat to several businessmen. And recently, the rise of these gangs once again emerging has been captured on CCTV camera. We saw that one of the businessmen, he was also killed in the GK area, who had also close association with few of the gang member. But the story behind that is that he was also given the threat call that he should give 5 crore rupee to a particular gang. So these incidents certainly are coming becoming captured on the CCTV camera, is becoming more the trouble thing for the law enforcing agency, because this certainly create an amount of panic once the CCTV footage is out, and that is creating more aura of these gangsters who are once again trying to make their strong foothold here in the Delhi NCR region.
Well, Priyank, this sudden rise in, such activities in the national capital in broad daylight, in fact, a firing incident taking place, it is an alarming situation. How seriously are the cops taking these issues, and any specific measures that are now going to be taken given this latest incident from Nangloi?
Yes, Andy. In the recent incident which happened in West Delhi itself, the shooters were apprehended and arrested after 24 hours within the time period. But the biggest worry for the law enforcing agency, not here in the national capital also, but also in several other states, is that new recruits coming into picture is certainly something which is difficult for them, because these targets are given to these shooters just for few amount of money, probably 50,000 or 2 lakh rupee is certainly something which has been offered to them. But the fan following through social media account of these gangsters is certainly creating more havoc. You can imagine that whenever the reels of Lawrence Bishnoi are coming out, within 1 or 2 hours of time period, it is reaching out to 750K on one particular account. What agencies have also been saying that the target of Salman Khan is certainly being done by these gangsters, because it's quite clear that he has 54 to 56 million followers. So these followers coming to know about these gangsters is certainly which is a new worrying trend for the law enforcing agency. Let me tell you to our viewers that it was first initiated by Neeraj Bhavania, who is in Tihar jail. He was one of the most prominent gangsters, and his deals started coming out. And similar pattern has also been opted by other gangsters.
Right. Priyank, request you to stay on with us. Let me now go across to my colleague Mohit as well, who is joining us live from the spot, from Nangloi area in the national capital. Mohit, over to you. Tell us what you see around. How has been the investigation so far in this case?
देखिए, कल शाम को ये लक्ष्मी प्लाईवुड करके एक बड़ा आउटलेट है जो लकड़ी की सप्लाई यहाँ से करता है, लकड़ी का सामान यहाँ पे बेचा जाता है। यहाँ पर कल देर शाम 3 शूटर्स जो हैं वो यहाँ पर आए थे और जो गेट है इस गेट से अंदर एंटर कर रहे थे करते हुए थे। तीनों ने अपने चेहरे ढके हुए थे। एक शख्स अंदर गया है, उसने ताबड़तोड़ फायरिंग करी है। उसके तो बाहर निकलता है तो 3 लोग वहां पे फायरिंग करते हुए जाते हैं। बाहर से अगर देखें तो 3 निशान जो हैं वो गोलियों के नजर आ रहे हैं जो ग्लासेस पे लगे हैं। उसके अलावा 7 राउंड फायरिंग जो है वो अंदर की गई है और पुलिस का कहना है कि इस मामले में जो प्लाईवुड के आउटलेट के मालिक हैं उनको एक पर्ची दी गई थी जिस पर्ची में लिखा है 5 करोड़ रुपए की रंगदारी ना देने पर गोली चलाई जा रही है। यानी कि लॉरेंस बिश्नोई की तरफ से यह धमकी दी गई है। लॉरेंस बिश्नोई के जो एसोसिएट है जितेंद्र गोगी गैंग, जिसको इस वक्त दीपक बॉक्सर लीड कर रहा है, जो इस वक्त जेल में बंद है, उसने इस फायरिंग की जिम्मेदारी ली है और यहाँ पे गोलियां चलवाई हैं। यहाँ पे बाकायदा पुलिस ने मार्किंग की है अपनी प्रॉपर। आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे लिखा गया है कि पीएस नागलोई का एरिया है और ये मार्किंग प्रॉपर यहाँ पर की गई है। यानी कल जिस तरीके से पूरी यहाँ पर घटना घटी है उसके बाद दिल्ली पुलिस कहीं ना कहीं जरूर एक्शन में नजर आ रही है, लेकिन एक के बाद एक दिल्ली के अंदर फायरिंग से दिल्ली पुलिस बैकफुट पे भी नजर आ रही है और दिल्ली पुलिस का कहना है कि इस तरीके की फायरिंग को रोकने के कई तरीके के प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं, लेकिन रंगदारी मांगने की जो फायरिंग की घटना है वो कम होती हुई नजर नहीं आ रही है। लगातार एक के बाद एक व्यापारी को इस तरीके से या तो रंगदारी मांगने से पहले फायरिंग की जा रही है या रंगदारी ना देने पे फायरिंग की जा रही है। इसी तरीके से कल यहाँ पे नागलोई और नागलोई के बाद आउटर नॉर्थ डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अलीपुर में भी इस तरह की घटना सामने आई जब एक प्रॉपर्टी डीलर की दुकान पर फायरिंग की गई थी। कल 2 घटनाएं दिल्ली के अंदर आई थी जिसमें नागलोई में करीब 10 राउंड फायरिंग हुई है और यहाँ पे रंगदारी ना देने के लिए पर्ची देके गए हैं जिसकी जिम्मेदारी जितेंद्र गोगी गैंग के दीपक बॉक्सर ने ली है। जी,
all right, Mohit as well as Priyank, thank you very much for the moment, both of you, for joining us with all of those details.